fine finish here, but this will be game number 4 with Hero Jojing Esports coming ahead in this series against LGD in that 2-1 here. So they need your energy. The crowd will funnel them that chant.
Right, very slight differences in terms of what they want to do across the map. LGD now being pressured by the likes of Hero straight away. A lot of damage onto X-Han as well. LGD, not the start you want. And with that, looking for one more Katosin. Not going to find it for JC. And with that, LGD survived the initial onslaught.
And this is a very good rotation also coming in from Hero, matching the 2v2 against LGD and coming out on top in that exchange here. The supposed matchup that we imagine is this X-Han getting all the resource in towards his pockets here, but the superior macro coming from JC, getting the River Strike, teleporting bot side, and getting this Fire Beak as well. Everything's looking so comfortable for Hero.
Yeah, and they need this, right? This lineup needs to have that early game advantage, especially when you take up a Mai Shiranui. Fox, he doesn't... I mean, it doesn't mean he will automatically lose in the early game, but Fox, he does have a little bit more security in the late game.
Yep. As for now, we did see the potential late game, right? Like I mentioned, JC had a phenomenal new on towards the later stages of the 50 to 60 minute mark. Truth could potentially be the same case here if the Mai Shiranui isn't able to absolutely demolish the Nuwa in the team fights.
Well, see, Fox, I think he has been pretty clean in with his positioning in the past few games. While they did not have the results to show for it, this is still a potential that LGD can definitely fulfill.
It will take a lot of time here for them to scale into fruition here. But an interesting one that we need to highlight as well will be the jungle matchups here. Yangjin into the Jing matchup here. And interested to see what kind of build that this Jing actually brings on towards the table here. Is it the full damage run or the semi-tank one that has been shown by Musang King just now?
That's true. I mean, the other question to kind of complement that is then, as Hui, regardless of the build, who do you actually go for? Because if you want to go on Yao Tao, you're going to try and force out the Infinite Fastest at the start. It's great. Oh, nice setup.
Yeah, setup here coming in for the Master Luban here, finding onto his 3 members here with the Mai Shiranui getting the almost assassination, almost one click here, but Xiaohan gets out alive. That is such a good one coming in for the side of LGD.
A massive bait, and LGD, they walk out the victors of that one, getting the first blood for themselves. Now, with that being said, they make the initial rotation as well, and LGD, everything looking great for them, even though the first few minutes did go into the hands of Hero.
That was a scary one, especially. YQ got a 3-man pull on towards the ultimate, and then JC managed to creep towards the backline here, but the damage was just a bit short for their own liking.
Right, we'll see what else is available. The setups by the side of Hero is to put the numbers in, get the gold sherry done. They still have that very slight advantage, but that is quickly cut down by LGD.NBW.
It's going to be a very even game for both of these squads so far, and you can see the aggression being matched pacefully coming in for both of these teams in those early exchanges here. And top lane has been the name of the game thus far in the series.
And this one then brings us into that jungle matchup, right? We talked about the level difference. We talked about gaining the EXP and gold. For now, it's neck and neck. Slightly immediate jump coming in. They will not be able to find too much damage from the side of Hero. But Clean, he has a very slight EXP advantage over Hui at this point.
He did also steal away the most important Azure Golem away from the hands of the side of Hui here. So getting the Azure Golem, getting also the Tyrant, big win for the side of Hero Esports.
Yeah, big win. This one hurts quite a bit for Hui because Jing is so reliant on number one, the CDR, but more importantly, the mana regeneration, right? And with that, Yao Tao also has his hands onto his first core item. That's going to be the Eternity Blade here.
Yeah, Eternity Blade potentially going for the Daybreaker next. More on the auto attack side coming in from this hero here. And Cavalry has been sent towards the bottom side to look for more of these elevation against Yao Dao on this lone camp. We can see the goalie here, man, that's a 600 being amassed by the farm lane alone.
Yeah, Yao Dao here definitely knows what to do with the extra damage available, right? Exxon, of course, we give him the benefit. He is doing well in his own aspect because there's been quite a lot of pressure coming in from side of Hero. Now, with Clean, if they get one more steal onto the Azure Golem, this is going to be a dangerous position to be in for LGD.
And they do put their sights on towards the Wolf Camps here, getting the Wolf Camps on their hands, and then 10 more seconds will be the respawn timer on this next Azure Golem here. Pressure is surmounting for Hui on this Jing here. Getting poked down by the Maestro Nu here, immediately pulled in by the helping hand, but that is too much. You can shoot here, YQ. He does get sacrificed into the depths of the enemy team. But more of these AoE damage being put in, getting sliced, dies on the hands of Law. Law is unstoppable on towards the front end here. Who is able to take it down?
Oh, it's not going to be enough, Xiao Luo. Luo will be taken down. And they find value Hero. That was supposed to be LGD's win. But they squeeze out the advantage here. And they now restore their goal lead. As well as the EXP lead going to the side of Hero.
And to mock them in the face once again, they still got the Azure Golem here. So it's still really bad news coming in for the side of LGD. More of these plays will limit Hui's farm on that Jing that we talk about here.
Yeah, look, Hui being shut down is a huge problem, right? The fact that Clean is now at level 11, which means once he has his hands on the X-Han and Fox, I think that's a guaranteed kill.
Oh yeah, the Yangjin in the Chinese server, they usually go for the full damage build or semi-tank build, and that is already alone enough to burn out some of these health archers, and it's not looking good for X-Han because a DNJ with 3.5k gold, not the greatest of the showcase thus far.
Yeah, it doesn't have too much defensive stats as well, right? Just the boost of fortitude to speak of, and right now, Hero, they're trying to push the advantage here. It's going to be a very slight one in comparison to what they had just now, but with the level lead and the goal difference between the jungler Clean as well as X-Han on this Demon Jie being so huge, X-Han, I think he's going to be in a very tight spot here.
And to talk about tight spot as well, we will see the upcoming Azure Golem in about 8 seconds in the Azure side, for side LGD here, but it's guarded really well here by LGD to make sure that Hui actually gets this here, but rotations are coming in hot from Hero to capitalize once again on this buff.
I think it really comes down to the ability to steal buffs away. Hui does secure this one, and with the emergence, they're looking for an opening on the side of Hero. Not gonna find one just yet. Exai, very patient, wants to leave his Tremor Smash for the appropriate situation. Smart.
And the Master Luban and Yangjin combination is actually very creative as well, right? You go in with the Hound on spell 1, and then you get pulled out immediately by White Q's helping hand here. So this gives more mobility for the Poké proc coming in from Clean on this Yangjin.
And it can be, you know, a double whammy as well, because YQ can actually use his ultimate when he jumps in and pull all the unsuspecting LGD members into death's door, essentially.
Yep. It's really down to the execution thus far for this game, number 4 here, and the Crimson Golem, another one for the capture here as well, does get caught out on towards the top side here, popping both ultimates here, and on towards the front side here, we see the Yangjin being pummeled by multiple members here, does get the helping hand to escape towards safety here, and to continue with the fight, we see Yao Dao putting so much pressure against LGD with those flaming palms here, and once again, with this exchange, it does seem that the health bars are not looking too good for LGD.
They can't really do it, right? There's too much lifelines on the side of Hero. They didn't even manage to force out the Infinite Bastard from Yao Dao, so this is a cause of concern. In the meantime, when they're trying to deal with the waves, Hero already starting on this 9-minute Tyrant, and this is going to be quickly secured by the side of Clean. In the meantime, LGD.NBW. Let's see, what kind of answers can they make? If they lose this, it's going to be horrible.
Yeah, just a bit of a annoying nuisance coming in from the side of Hero to make sure that Hui has to commit the smite on towards the Azure here. This also buys a lot of time for Clean to pick up these remaining resources on towards Gorge.
Okay, but this advantage is only going to last for a couple more minutes because, number one, 10-minute mark, they still have this advantage of Hero, but if they make a mistake on the side of Hero and lose that 10-minute fight, LGD are straight right back in this game.
Oh yeah, that's the script coming in from game number 2 where we saw the fact that Tan Ran found that miracle flank coming into Guan Yu here. So for LGD, they need that miracle maker in the form of Exile, in the form of Lore, or even Fox to find those big wins for the side of LGD to close out this game 4.
I think maybe if you get like a, I don't know, dream setup, Xhan landing the golden token, XI with the multi-man Tremor Smash along with Fox getting the full value of the Annihilation and Matrix, maybe we could have the dream scenario. But for now, everything is still in the hands of Law here. Free damage, look at the combination. Just by White Q and Clean alone, using their first skills, already free damage.
Yeah, so much zap damage coming in from the Yangjin passive here. And right now, we do have both teams laying eyes on towards the objective here. Heaven and Earth mode here. Pop in the health bars against, and Law gets chunked down by the combination of Yao Dao and JC here. Losing out the health bars will signify that this tier 1 outer turret will fall along with the Tyrant in towards the bottom side. This is just horrible news all over the board for the side of Hero.
Yep, and unless they get like continual lockdown, Yao Dao will be able to use the infinite fastest to get out of jail for free. Now LGD, they unfortunately will be opening up the Azure Golem into the hands of Yao Dao, who will gladly take it, or maybe they funnel it into Clean as well. Looks like Clean is going to be the recipient of that. LGD, things are going from bad to worse.
Yep, it's looking really difficult right now. They need to find that big engage that we keep mentioning here, but so far, it's really JC actively looking for Law in all these exchanges, and then the big burst damage coming in from Clean has been really consistent in these big team fights.
I think the biggest difference maker here is the fact that Law does not have any magical defense in terms of itemization, right? He does have the Pure Sky, which reduces that 35% damage reduction, but it's not going to be enough when you don't know when you're going to get caught.
And you don't really press the Pure Sky when you are CC chained for days here. So essentially that was how Law actually being taken down just now in that exchange. But Knock Knock, who's here? Your tier 2 is once again gone on the hands of Hero.
Yeah, Yao Dao really finding a lot of value with this Crimson buff in his hands. At the same time, LGD, they're consistently being pushed back because they can't risk being put in a 4v5 situation. The Monkey and tanking up so much. Tanran is just providing so much value. Look at where the rest of Hero are at. They're making the split push happen as well.
He's just chilling with the Mengtian right now, but look at the engage potentially coming in from the side of Hero here. Infinite Vastness has been popped coming in from the side of Yao Dao here. Re-engage immediately, jumping in. It's Tanran sticking quick on towards the wall, getting the assassination on towards the LGD jungle.
And nobody falls. That's the biggest difference maker for the side of Hero here. And with that, they are looking to put a little bit more pressure on the T2. Thankfully for the side of LGD, Law will be there to save the day. But this comes at the cost of the Shadow Overlord. So Hero get to double down on the macro game.
This is just a slow and steady win being generated by Hero, but we were at this position before, and a worse one in the hands of Hero. They managed to make a comeback in game 3. Potentially, LGD could pull it off as well in this moment.
I mean, it's a 3,000 gold difference. Nothing that is insurmountable at this point in time, but LGD, everything needs to work out perfectly in order for them to turn out this game in their favor. It's not that easy. Fox is only halfway there. He needs at least 5,000 more gold.
Yeah, 5,000 more gold, 2 or 3 more items here, making him a raid boss on that new here. But if you're Hero Esports, you don't give them the time here. You look for the aggressive engage. You see Tanran using the ultimate here, forcing some of the positions here to back away towards safety. But the value of the new one is starting to show a lot of dividends in getting those wave clears.
Yeah, the biggest thing is they're pulling members of the LGD closer towards them, which means they get the Vanguard to do all the dirty work. And Hero now are rewarded. A T2 at the bottom side going to be taken. This is a completely empty jungle vision for the side of LGD.
And the Overlords are currently marching towards the bottom side here. This bottom tier 3 might be the first to fall on the high grounds.
Yep, they do get that lockdown with the Matrix as well. Annihilation not going to hit the mark. They do try to force out that movement from the side of Tanran, but it's a tank. There is very little value in finding the life for Tanran at this point. Didn't even have to commit the flash because he doesn't have it. Emergence can be used by Fox. What else can they find? Because LGD, every move is not working out.
But at the very least, with the Overlords being committed, tier 3s are still up and available here. It's a similar script to last game, where this new one has so much success, and right now, whew, that's a lot of damage towards Law.
Yeah, that really was. And this is a very tight position to be in. One more set will do it. Will they go for the steal here? It's not about the Tyrant, it's about the lives of the LGD members.
And the Smite War here, who does he go over to? It's clean, getting the Smite here, and Xiaozai already first to fall here.
The back line.
Going in with the flash pull on towards the back line here, leaving 2 remaining members here. Even Yao Dao gets out, bailing alive. The sole member Lore being baited out, chunked out, and there is no longer room for error as this will be the game winning team fight rewarded to the side of Hero Esports.
It's a big ace, and with that, LGD are taken down. They will start counting down 19 seconds, no, 10 seconds. I think that's 10 seconds too long. They start battering the crystal. LGD on the cusp of defeat, and Hero will make it forward.
Hero destroy LGD, sending them to home at top 32 as they themselves advance to the top 16 of the second stage of the knockout stage. The boys in purple, they have done it, and they have done it in style.
Yeah, beautiful teamwork coming in from the side of Hero. Not what we expected here. The way they controlled this game was so strong that LGD really had no options to explore.